Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 18 of the Void Frogs podcast. My name is stifflered, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, the qmagnet, and one very, 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 very special guest.
That's 4 varies. Wow. Today's guest is a master builder with humble beginnings. Long ago, with aspirations of splendor, she dreamt of beautiful worlds and sang songs about the rainbow, over the rainbow, on her Auntie M's farm. Until one fateful day, the legendary tornado of Minecraft swept through the field and brought her to the magical land of Legacy, giving her only one goal: to make the server become no place like home. Please welcome LegacySMP's mystical, magical builder extraordinaire, GeminiTay!
Me? Oh my gosh, that was the best intro I've ever heard in my life. Wait, can I write that down?
If you really want.
Oh my god, yes, please.
Please don't encourage him. No, don't encourage him. GeminiTay! I can't believe this. I've been a fan of yours since your 10,000 subscriber episode 2 years ago.
I was a fan since your 1 subscriber special.
Is that right?
Thank you so much. You're an OG, my gosh.
I can't believe this. Seriously, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for being here today. GeminiTay, Gemini, Gem, the amazing. I need to let the people know before we even get really into the thick of things, because I just want to jump in right away and start asking you questions.
Of course.
But the people need to know who you are, just in case they don't. And I think that would be really ridiculous. But can you tell people who you are just a little bit?
I am GeminiTay. I'm a builder. I love creating stories and things on Minecraft. It's so much fun. I like dragons, all things fantasy, Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings inspired, all of that fun stuff in survival and creative mode, mostly.
Yeah, awesome.
I like to start off asking people, where does the name come from? How'd you come up with GeminiTay? Where's that come from?
Oh, it's a bit of a long story, but I made my channel a long time ago when I was 14, and I was really into horseback riding. And there was a horse named Gemini, which happened to share a very similar birthday to mine, which is in the Gemini zodiac. And so I combined that with my real name, which is Tay, and I put the two together. And then we also were really into zodiacs, so it's really cool to have that name and be able to relate that. And it was just, it's so much fun to have
that really makes a lot of sense there. Living up to the whole Gemini thing over here,
fWhip!
Oh, I am the
What are you doing here?
Oh my goodness!
Hi.
Am I interrupting? Jump in like that?
Who set this up?
I was on a
keeps
roll.
Talking, and I was just. I'm sorry. I can go and get out of here if I'm interrupting.
No, please stay.
Come on! I can't believe we got 2 for 1.
Two?
LegacySMP introducing.
Happy to be here.
Oh, this is awesome. fWhip.
Hey,
fWhip.
Hey, where? You know what? We already spent some time. Where did you come from? Like, where's your name come from? What's your origin in Minecraft?
Yeah, if you think your story is better than Gemini's and not as long.
Yeah, take it away.
Really,
go on.
For me, I can keep it a lot shorter than Gem did. Was that I used to be very competitive in StarCraft, and I wanted to come up with a new name because my old one was I think it was Dark Hunter 35 when I was like 11. I was like, no, I need something a little more mature than that. So I wanted to go for Whip, and then Whip was taken. So then I put fail before it because I couldn't get my name.
Nice.
And then that kind of just went from there. And I figured fWhip on YouTube sounds a little weird. So I went with fWhip and just shortened it. And it was great.
You
didn't go with ailed whip.
No, that one was taken too. But I will I'll keep. I'm sorry, my phone is just buzzing over here. Hello?
Rude.
Hey,
sorry,
fWhip.
Jem. I figured I interrupted Jem. This is hello. Who's that?
Hey, fWhip. Sorry, dude. Look, I need some help. Look, I'm trying to build one of these technical farms again. You've been helping me with. I can't work it out. Like, how do these creepers work? I have no idea. Can we just work out how to build this farm. You say,
you tried putting the dogs in there, right? And then they didn't run away.
Oh, is it dogs? Oh, of course, dogs. Oh man, thanks so much for your help.
Yeah. Let me see what these other folks got to say. Anybody know creeper farms? Anything about? Sorry, Logic just called me and.
Hey,
Logic?
Hey guys.
What?
Hey guys,
Yeah.
how's it going? Hey,
Dude.
what's up?
It's Logic!
Yeah, dude,
Hey,
just
what's up?
get in here and we'll see if they can help you out.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe this.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Logical Geek
Welcome.
Boy has joined the chat.
Oh man.
Another player is. I can't remember the phrase. I'm freaking out here. That's a 3 for 1. What
It's
are
a
the
party
chances?
now.
What are the odds of that, huh?
You're right.
Logical Geek Boy, what would you say? The farmer extraordinaire, the
I guess so.
technical master of the legacy. Why don't you? I already said what you are. Why don't you say where your name came from? We'll complete the circle here.
Yeah, let's.
Oh,
finish
man.
this out.
Where did my name come from? Oh, that's a tough one. I think I've got to rack my brains, but I think when I was quite young, I was quite into Star Trek, and I think my favorite character was Mr. Spock, and he's very logical, you know. And I tried to use logic or logical in a I can't remember what it was, one online game, but it was taken, so I had to try and expand it. So I added the Geek Boy on there, and that's it. And it's kind of stuck, ever since.
That's a pretty straightforward name.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
do the-
how boring! Oh my God, Logic, please! Nobody wants to know about your Star Trek.
Sausage, you're always raining on my parade, dude. Get
Oh,
out.
come,
Can
you
we
know what?
get
What are you
rid of this
doing?
guy?
Every
What's
time.
going on?
Who let him in?
Lightsabers, Star Wars, Star Trek. Get out of here! We all know
We're
you're
trying
a
to
geek.
shake this guy off.
Come on, Logic. The kingdom is all empty now without you. I'm taking over again.
Listen. I think that he has something
try it.
important to say. It sounds like. I know you guys say to get rid of him, but MythicalSausage.
Oh, hi, it's me. What are you guys doing here? I was just hanging out here in my room, and I heard some voices in the background. I'm here on Legacy. There's nobody online. I'm fine. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
So nothing important to say.
my
You just thought
goodness.
you'd jump in.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I got nothing real. I'm just,
All right.
what are you guys having for lunch today?
Yeah.
Lost without us.
I'm freaking out here. I didn't even know we invited this many people. What are the chances?
Gemini, this is all your fault.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I had no
Hashtag
idea
blame
that they
Gem.
would follow me
Let's keep it
here.
going.
Like, it's ridiculous. I can't shake them.
The fantastic foursome of the Legacy SMP server, Minecraft Survival. Hey, we've already covered 3 of them. Why don't we go into MythicalSausage? Where's this name come from?
Oh, man, my mom, she was drunk when she had me, and she was like, man, what do I call this thing? No, that would have been, I had a troubled childhood. No, it's fine. That wasn't it. I'm playing. I love you, Mom. No, this was a great day, right? It was Xbox Live. It was about to launch. It was in 2000. Hold on, I got a piece of paper. When did Xbox come out? May 9th, 2012. I don't know why I had that on a book, but I was hanging out, midnight launch with my friends. We needed a name, to start Xbox Live in with. And trash talk kids, call them noobs. So I was like, what should I call myself? I don't know. I saw a guy walking by. He was just walking by with a little unicorn t-shirt. And there was like a hot dog stand right behind him. He was grabbing hot dogs in this midnight launch release. So I put 2 and 2 together, sausages, and a mythological creature. I was born on this day.
Does anybody have any clue what he just said?
He's
Not a-
explained
We-
it multiple
we never know
times,
what he's
and I
saying.
still don't understand it.
I was figuring that was going to be his answer of everything that could have been.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. Meat products
And you say
and
I
mythological
ramble.
creatures.
God.
Yeah, Jem, I'm sorry. I inappropriately called you out there.
Listen, I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn.
This is by
Thank
far the craziest episode we have had yet on Void Frogs podcast. A 4 for 1. Do we have anybody else in the back who's joining this? Anybody
No, we
else
locked him
coming
up.
on?
It's done.
Yeah, we locked
Oh.
Jimmy outside. He's
Yeah, we can't,
Hold
can't
on,
let
actually-
Jimmy in.
him and Sausage.
Actually,
you don't
I've-
want them in here together.
I've got to knock on the door here real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me see who this is real fast.
If it's Jimmy, I'm leaving.
Wait, he comes back with
Hey,
Jim,
guys,
the
what's
priest.
up? Hey, yo, what's going on?
Wow.
It's me.
Hi, me. How are you?
Yeah, hey, I just wanted to announce I'm the newest member of this whole group. They got now 5 people on, hanging out from a LegacySMP. Check out my episodes.
Welcome to the server.
That was the plan all along.
That was it. That was it.
To announce your.
No, they had no clue I was
Actually,
doing that.
Yeah.
It was,
I was going to say, I've been watching your videos, guys, and there's one thing you're missing. You don't have a command block map maker.
that's right.
Come on there.
You know it's survival mode, right?
Yeah, find a crafting recipe.
For a command
I mean,
Data pack for that. And
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
You'd probably have to like downgrade to 1.12 so I can run my builds from MC Edit. Into
Oh,
this
right,
thing,
yeah.
but-
Just
Right.
just
Yeah,
for
totally.
you. I'm sure we can swing that. I mean,
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's easy.
We're not getting ready to move to 116 or anything like that. So
yeah, we can go
No?
back like 4 versions.
we
no
wouldn't
problem.
really lose many features that people rely on now. So I think it's all right.
Not the bees.
I'm gonna
bees
miss
are
these.
That
best.
people rely on.
What?
Gotta love the buzzy bees going around, and I've used
Chimney
far
Swift
too
will be
many
out of a
honey
job.
blocks so far
Yeah.
in Legacy. So yeah, I can't live without the bees right now.
Yeah, Pastor Jim will be out of a job, man. Don't do it.
Yeah, Chim has made multiple stacks of diamonds off of me by buying honey blocks, and for some reason I haven't made a farm yet. I don't know why. For some reason I keep buying
It's his
honey
pastor
blocks.
magic.
Yeah, just I feel like he would just be so sad because I'm
He
the only
would
person
be.
who buys from him.
Nobody wants a sad priest on a server. Nobody wants that. That's how you get bad things.
Yeah,
Well, you've got plenty of time. I'm assuming that LegacySMP, which you guys are all members of, founding members of, in fact, that it's not going to be ending anytime soon. So you could make this happen at some point.
no plans for that one. We've got some good ideas going forward.
Long
Cool.
road ahead.
Well, hey, before we get into like too much
Before
detail.
we get into it, it's been what? In my invisible watch. Before we get
crazy.
into it.
You guys are on LegacySMP. We have GeminiTay, Gem, fWhip, MythicalSausage, MythicalJSausage. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
I do
No,
apologize.
the J is silent. The J is silent.
I apologize.
Mythical Silent. I used to call it Mythical Silent. Oh my god.
There's one thing that is not a word I would use to describe that man, and that is
Yeah.
silence.
I discovered that. I don't think you believe in punctuation.
No. There was that one time I was kind of silent. I did an ASMR video one day. You can go ahead and listen to that if you want to
Yeah.
relax in sausage.
Total. Really?
It's caffeine in human form.
And Logical Geek Boy, which we skipped over.
Yeah.
Who's closer to my heart because I cannot build like those crazy things. He is a mastermind farmer guy. That's how I was playing Minecraft. Your tutorials are amazing.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Well, I'll tell you what, being on this server surrounded by amazing builders is brilliant because they leave all the redstone behind. I just go down, I go to the
What
mines,
is
pick it all up.
this stuff?
They just leave it. They don't even pick it up. It's great.
Yeah.
It's all for you. It's all for
What's
you.
redstone?
I'm gonna start a
Okay,
redstone
it's
pop-up
blood.
shop here
It's
soon,
talking about
and
the
just
blood.
put it outside Logic
Blood,
Space.
that's not allowed by Minecraft.
Yep.
Okay, so let's start off. Even though we've already been,
We've started
long.
now 4 times.
Let's give a little recap of kind of the beginnings. Whoever wants to answer this, where did LegacySMP start? It's pretty recent, but I know it came from a source block, right?
Yeah,
Why don't you give like a rundown of kind of how you guys got together and came up with
totally.
this idea?
Yeah, I can take that one since I actually kind of chaired, I guess you could say, of moving us over to Legacy, the unnamed server at the time. Chim provided some great names that probably aren't acceptable to be saying on your podcast, so we'll leave those out here. But we started with Sourceblock, and we really loved what was going on there. For Sausage and myself are the only ones in the call right now that were from there. But we had a few people on there, and unfortunately, as Sourceblock went on, it was a group of content creators who all were very, very busy and running a million different series, some who Minecraft wasn't even their primary game. And so after a while, it very much felt like a single player Let's Play. And at the time, all of us who were on there and still trying to play had our own single player series. And we're like, we don't want this. And then we just kind of moved forward with it. And as Hermitcraft was starting their new season, Beef was kind of the one who, Vintage Beef was the one who was heading up Sourceblock and managing all of it. And he was moving on to Hermitcraft. It didn't feel right. He was very gracious about it and was like, yeah, I'll keep managing the server for you all. You all can keep staying here, keep playing, keep interacting with each other on this one. Like, that's fine. it just didn't feel right to do that. We wanted to have the control for the server under somebody who was actively playing on the server, even though he gave me like full back-end access to everything. But so we decided to break away from it, and we figured since it was kind of weird, since only 6 of us were from there going to move over to the new one, and then later on Chosen unfortunately had to drop out because he was moving and buying a new home and going through all that, so he didn't want to add another series to what he was doing. Yeah, kind of busy with life, who does that stuff. Yeah. But so there are 5 of us left, and we were like, you know what, we want to start a new server. Who do we want to invite? And we reached out to everybody who we thought was a friend of ours. We didn't really care about channel size or anything along those lines. We want to create a community of people who we would enjoy playing with ourselves. Because we figured, first and foremost, as a content creator, you have to enjoy the content you're making and want to work with other people, especially in the multiplayer side. So that's when we reached out to like Gem, Pearl, Logic, and just kind of added to the list of the group that we have now. And a few more people joined on as we kind of tagged on more at the end. And it just built into what Legacy is now, just from 5 of us being kind of bored of having single player, but in a multiplayer world, into now where we're at with Legacy, which is pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know. I don't want to speak for the rest of them.
We got a thumbs up from Gem, but as a fan myself, I mean, I'm pretty thrilled about it. Like watching you guys and really looking at, and we talked with Vintage Beef about this too, looking at what SMPs are like today compared to the past and what you guys are doing at Legacy SMP. It's pretty phenomenal. Like you guys it's not just a single player world or a multiplayer server with single player series. You guys actually like collab together and do stuff, and it gets funky, especially when Sausage is involved. And like it's just a blast to see how everything comes together. Actually, I was curious about that. Is there somebody who like kind of orchestrates the collaborations, or do you guys just do that individually? You would call up Sausage or Logic or whoever and be like, hey, let's do something together? Or is that like you guys like plan everything out? Tell us the secrets. Come on.
It's super organic though. We don't really plan much. We have like a very brief little like, let's maybe do something like this down the line, but the majority of the time it's like we're just hanging out. We come up with an idea. Hey, you want to get on a call? Let's do this. Okay, bye. Let's go. And it's
like one of them that we've actually had. We planned the Ender Dragon fight. That was planned for having the groups and the war going on between the two of them. But me stealing Sausage's pickaxe during that, which led to me and Logic working together because he was the other king, and then all those things down the road, which finally came to where it's at now, where we have a whole competition for Sausage to get his pick back. That was completely random, and he brought it to the Ender Dragon fight because he was going to go end raiding afterwards, and he died right in front of me because I got an Enderman to look at me, and then I got it to attack him because I ran under something.
Thank you so much.
Great. And then the pick was on the ground, and I was like, instantly, I was just like, I can use this. We set a rule of you can't bring anything outside of stone tools to the fight in leather armor. It's like, I'm keeping this. It was totally random. But
nice.
Gave a month of content.
Yeah. You take it. If he drops it, it's yours. It's yours. Whoever takes it. Mm-hmm. That kind of strategy is pretty crazy, though, man. Looking at an Enderman and getting it to attack your friend.
I didn't know that was possible.
He was on the other team. It was fine. I got him, and it was me, Sausage, Enderman. So it was running towards me, and I think it like went to attack because it was trying to hit me, but because Sausage was in between us, it hit him.
Rude.
Yeah, that was messed up.
I died shortly after, but I ran back and got the pickaxe first, so it was fine.
Actually, you mentioned teams. Might bring up a good subject. Q wanted to ask you about this. It drives me up a wall because he brings this up all the time, but I'm the one bringing it up to get it over with. Yeah. Let's get this over with right now.
Come on.
Let's get this over with.
I know my team.
What's this going to be?
You have your team. We're going to settle this debate right now.
We're
you
settling.
Guys ready?
Can you guys help us settle a debate between us?
We're going to leave the Americans over there, and the true winners on my side, 26th letter of the alphabet, is pronounced what?
Z.
Z.
Gem?
Z.
Zed.
No.
It's always Z. What are you talking about?
Absolutely not.
It's
No.
always Z.
You can't. Guys, come on. It's Zed.
You know
It's
what?
Zed. It's always been Zed.
You gotta
It's never
convince
anything else.
them.
I'm gonna step back a bit on this one. Let's let them discuss it. Sausage and fWhip, you're on Team Z.
On Team Wrong.
Okay,
Going
listen,
with
listen.
the actual English people.
Listen.
I don't.
Canadians.
So
No way.
I back in college. The reason why I think it's Z is I had one of my best friends in college was from South Africa, and he was very much like, oh, it's pronounced Zed, but whenever he would say zebra, he would pronounce it zebra instead of zebra, and he was like, this is the area where they originate from, and he's like, I know how it's pronounced. He's like, it's Zed, but then he'd say zebra, so I think he was just trying to say Zed to
I mean, case closed.
make an argument.
Yep.
So that's my logic there.
You
Well,
convinced me.
I think my logic is that I am actually English, the English language. So I think I have the trump card here, and I say Z, and you cannot argue with the Queen's English.
Yes!
That's
Queen's
it. Case
always
closed.
right.
That's it. She's always right.
That's the trump card, okay? We just completely won the
You know what?
argument.
Sausage,
I'm
I
sorry.
need you to come
Listen.
in, man.
Listen to this. Okay, listen. Okay. A, right? B,
Yeah.
C.
Preach it.
It's simple. It's simple like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Z is simple, right? Z, there's 3 letters in Z. Z-E-D. You can't put Z-E-D and Z together. Is it possible? You are wrong. I don't care about your queen, okay? She's not my queen.
We
She's
get
not my
it. You
queen.
Americans are lazy. You
Thank
take
you.
the letters out of everything. You take the U's out of color. You take the E and the D out of Z. It just, we get it. Okay, you're
Women
lazy.
know
You don't
what
want
they're
extra
talking
letters.
about. They know what they're talking about.
No, Jem's right about a lot of things, but
I
not
know you
this
guys had a
time.
lot of extra O's to your about up there in Canada, so I don't know.
Shots fired.
Yeah,
Listen, if you really want to talk about this, I
Hey.
know.
and don't get me started on the U's, please. The U's wasting millions of dollars in ink every year, printing out that extra letter.
It's
Come on.
2020. Who is printing that much stuff anymore?
Oh,
Come on. Digital.
Oh,
Digital.
I think we know. You know what? Anybody who's listening or on YouTube watching, in comments, you tell us who won this debate.
I'm getting a little bit flustered right now. All right, so we're gonna have to move on. I'm done.
Bring back Beardo. I want to
Q,
talk to him.
You
Okay,
keep it
so
going. I need a moment.
every week when we have somebody on, I do a ton of research. I watched a ton of your guys' videos. I found it really interesting that not all, but most of you started out with very small video views, and all of a sudden, boom,
Boom.
it's something great. Went out, and now you're like superstars. Except for Logic, somehow he had some 600,000 view amazing tutorial. I don't know how that happens, but what is the point where you guys saw this? I don't know how we're gonna order this, but saw all of a sudden your YouTube channel went, woo! Oh, people are watching me. What's going on? What was there a secret? You know?
Well, let's start with Logic because he's got that kind of curious situation, and then we'll kind of go around in a circle.
Yeah, I guess I was watching a lot of videos and I thought, oh, well, I got this idea for, a farm. So I thought I'll give it a try, doing a video. So my first real video was a creeper farm video. Didn't really know what I was doing. And looking back at it now, it's not very good. But I just put it out there, and I think I tried to post it in a few places like Reddit and stuff like that. And then it just so happened that I think Cubfan built it on Hermitcraft. And then once you get that kind of exposure, then a few other people built it, and it was in a few other people's videos. And then it just had a point where I think over the space of like a month or whatever, it was like featured in quite a few people's, prominent people's videos. And then that gave me a big boost at the beginning. And that kind of gave me some confidence to start my single player after that. But that was the kind of start of it,
I had no idea that you could make a farm that only spawned creepers until I saw your video. Seriously, like this week. I had no idea.
Well,
My
I've done
farms
a
are
few
like a
iterations of
command
that,
block,
but,
summon creeper. That's what my farm is. Anyway,
Man, yeah.
who's next? Mythical?
Yeah,
I
let's
mean, Mythical J
Yeah.
Sausage.
Sausage.
That's me. Yeah. I don't know. It's been like, I think I've been doing YouTube for so long. It's been like 6 years. So I started like doing like tutorials and like Let's Plays and SMPs. And all of a sudden, I think that first time something actually popped off was, I think, my 113 single player Let's Play. I think right now to this day it still gets views. I don't even know how. Like people are still finding that. But it started out there, and then all of a sudden from there, every once in a while, like a tutorial would just pop off a little bit more. And then everything, like one thing led to another. Every time I do like an episode 1 of a Let's Play, that usually like kicks off another round or group of new people. Then all of a sudden, I keep getting, I don't know, some tutorials keep going off, and I don't know. And then now recently, I think about a month or so ago, this one YouTuber, he's like supposedly he's known as like the PewDiePie of Brazil. He has like 38 million subscribers. He found some videos of mine of tutorials, and he wanted to implement them in his video. So he started just mentioning me casually to millions of people a day, and About a month ago, I gained about 100,000 subscribers because of this one beautiful human being. But before that, I was getting, I don't know, it was coming off. I was just getting like maybe like 1,000, 2,000 a day from tutorials and everything I've been doing so far. But then this thing just exploded, and now it's like, okay, thank you. I've got to learn Portuguese now. Thank you. Obrigado. That's all I know.
We gotta start putting Portuguese in our podcast.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I need some help.
Yep.
I need some help. I'm gonna take a school. Okay, I'm gonna go to school for that now.
Class, yeah.
It's funny because when I first found Sausage, it was a couple of people who were linking to your build tutorials, like you were redoing some village buildings and stuff. And when I first saw the link, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna go check this guy out. It's gonna be like a standard build tutorial. And by the end of it, I was like, I'm hype. I want to go right now. Let's build a church right now. And like, you just got me so...
build the best starter house you have ever seen.
Let's go.
That's right. And actually, bringing back, thinking about, because I want Jim to answer next, if you wouldn't mind, like how you kind of grew. Because I mentioned earlier, I found your video, your 1 hour long build battle celebration of 10,000 subscribers 2 years ago. And I thought all the way back then, I was like, you are an incredible builder. First of all, building like just all the organics are that just absolutely blow my mind. And I would love to see a build battle between you and Pearlescent Moon, by the way. And
she would win.
You guys both blow my mind. So I think that would be pretty incredible. But yeah, what's happened to you from 10,000 2 years ago to 240, 220 something. 220 something. Yeah. What's happened?
It's been good. Yeah. Well, I started off making tutorials just for my friends. I was really sick of getting online and my friends being like, how do you use World Edit? How do you copy? How do you fill? And I would explain it every single day, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make a video. But then I made the video and it got 100,000 views, and I was like, oh, I don't have that many friends. So something's gone on. So then I was like, well, let's run with it, I guess. Yeah. And I took an entire year off and came back. And when I came back, I started actually making series and proper build videos. And Build Battle Pro Mode came out on Hypixel. And so as soon as it released, like the day it released, I started making a video on it. And Grian made a video on it the same day. And so my video got in his recommended. And that was massive. That got me to like, I'd say 30 or 40,000 subscribers. And then from there, it just keeps snowballing the more you upload.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we just need the podcast with Grian in Portuguese. And we're already getting...
Yes.
Almost there.
On the day that Hypixel releases something.
The worlds to collide.
Yep. Hey, real quick, I also want fWhip to answer, but we actually have a game that we're going to be playing throughout this show. So we're going to break things up a little bit. And I don't know what the name of this game is. Q, would you mind describing the game? I don't think...
Which game are you talking about?
We're talking about the quotes game. Who said it?
Quotes. Okay. You want to do that now?
Yeah, we got to. We got to. It's time.
Oh, God.
It's time.
All right. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We invented a new game for you guys.
Yep.
Normally we have 2 games on the podcast. This is the first time we have a brand new game. We're calling it Who Said It? Okay?
Jingle.
What we've done is we've taken an episode from the first episode from LegacySMP from one of your server members, a quote. And you have to figure out who said it.
Oh God.
Oh no.
We're going to do quote
We
number
say
one
so much random
Easy.
crap.
I got this.
This sounds
one
weird, Jimmy.
of their series, okay? How are we doing this? Am I reading it or are you doing the...
I mean, I'll do the first one. You do the second. We'll go back and forth. How about that?
I don't know if you were doing the text-to-speech thing.
Oh, we're gonna do that in the edit. So here we go. You guys ready? All four of you answer. Talk about it. Answer as quick as you can. Okay.
Do it.
Quote 1. My goal is to have 0 deaths. They're gonna be looking at me from across the room, going, "Yo, did you know that that's the 0 deaths guy?" And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, that's me." Like, what about it? I'm gonna be nicknamed in the server 0 deaths.
That sounds
Who
like
said it?
Jimmy.
Sounds like Chimney Swift to me.
The yo part makes me think Jimmy.
I think Jimmy though. That
Oh,
sounds
Jimmy.
like a Jimmy.
Actually, Jimmy did say that in his first episode, but Jimmy wasn't there on the first day we recorded, which is why I didn't think of Jimmy right away.
Yeah, I think Jimmy. Either Jimmy or
It
Sean.
was Jimmy. It was Jimmy because I immediately spawned bamboo in Jimmy's house, and he was so upset because that was his first death.
Logic, do you have an answer?
I think Avomance. I reckon it's him. Yeah.
I
my
can see
guess.
the proper Avomance saying yo.
Yeah, he doesn't say yo.
The correct answer is, as a group, you guys can all celebrate with your point because it was Solidarity Gaming. Jimmy,
Yes. Knew it.
very good.
GG.
Very good.
GG.
Mate,
Of course it was.
you mates are having a bubble bath. I don't know what that phrase means.
It's
but
Wednesday,
Having
my
a bubble
dudes.
bath.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's all
Jimmy gives
Jimmy
us bubble
things,
baths.
who knows?
Let's continue where we left off
Whip.
because this is an interesting thing for me with Whip. You start out with this interesting texture pack thing. I saw flying flies in the video. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, so
And then all of a sudden you boom with the single player build. What in the world happened there?
Yeah, so I started making YouTube videos because I was working as a dev on Conquest Reforged, which is a Minecraft mod pack, and through a good friend on there, Ducon Red One, he was like, "Dude, you build cool things." He's like, "You should just make videos of them, do time lapses of it." I was like, "Okay, I'll give that a shot. I'll see how it goes," and just kind of went forward with that, and then. We played there for a while. Like, we played together for a good while, and he helped me get started a lot because at that time he was at 30,000 subs, and he gave me a few shout outs, so I got a first few hundred subs going and things like that. But it was really weird because I realized, like, so many people kept leaving comments on my videos being like, "Wow, can you show what it looks like in vanilla?" And at the time, I was like, "No, vanilla's ugly. Like, why would I do that? Like, Conquest looks so much better." But then I kind of thought about it some more, and I was like, you know what? Like, not everybody can use this mod, for one, so I'm kind of marginalizing my audience there of people who, one, use the Conquest Reforged mod, then two, people who play Java Edition are only people that can even use the mod, if at all, if they want to. So I'm basically saying anybody who doesn't play on Java, I don't care if you watch my videos or not. And then of that group of Java people, I basically was like marginalizing it down to just the people who played with Conquest. And so I was like, I'm going to try a vanilla series. I'm going to try a vanilla survival let's play and see how it goes. And overnight, I lost 400 subscribers.
Oh,
At the time,
Not
I
a
had
good
I had 900 subs. And I got hate comments saying vanilla is so ugly. What are you doing? Go back to Conquest. And so I got real down on myself. But I was like, it's so much more simple. Doing a build in vanilla, for me, takes a quarter of the time that it was for Conquest. Because Conquest gives you, like, everything. You have stairs, slabs, layers of every type of block. And there's, I think now that mod has 15,000 blocks. And the community at the time was really cool, but it was starting to turn a little toxic of like, wow, you used that one. Why wouldn't you use this? This works so much better. And they're really not allowing people to express their creativity. which is Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is about being creative. Like, so why would you tell somebody they're doing something wrong? It might not be the way you want to do it, but it doesn't mean it's the wrong way of doing it. So I kind of was just like, no, I'm going to keep pushing forward with the vanilla survival thing. And it took me about a month and a half to regain all of those subs when it had taken me a year to get to 900 the first time. So it very quickly like turned around. And then for me, the point where my channel really exploded was 2 years ago-ish, or not last December, but the December before that. So something like that. But I was at like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. And Wells Knight from the Hermitcraft side, he came and did a tour with me of my single player world. And overnight, that took me from like 5,000 to 7,000. And we were talking after the tour, and we were just talking for a few hours, just getting to know each other a little bit better. And I was asking him questions about like, what do you see like missing in the Minecraft audience? Like, what do you wish there was more of? And he kind of had actually told me that he feels like tutorials are kind of limiting people's creativity, which is kind of something that I've always been on part of. I want to show people how they themselves can build better, not how to build what I build. Sorry, Sausage.
I hate you.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. And I did a video just how to build a castle. But all I did was talk for 12 minutes about how to make the layout of a castle. And that video in a week got like 150,000 views on it and took me from 7,000 to over 10,000 subs. And then I did one on how to build a village and had some questionable shapes for the houses in that one. But that led to my most ever commented video in all of my channel with, it's at like 10,000 comments or something like that. But that many comments just, woo, through the roof on that. And just literally from there, in 1 year, I went from 10,000 subscribers to 160,000 subs.
It's incredible.
And all I was doing was making videos about how to plan a structure.
Did you say something wrong in that video? Like, did you mispronounce something and that's how you got all the comments?
You can look at the thumbnail.
You have to look at the thumbnail. You'll know right away. You'll
Fwhip,
immediately know.
Fwhip, go into detail. What is it exactly that people were commenting about?
The top comments on that video are perfect.
They're really funny comments, but they're
hilarious.
Not appropriate.
If you're on YouTube,
but
click the eye in the corner to see that video.
Enjoy the thumbnail, everybody. Thank you.
I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm just like, normally I would just I would delete the comments. But so many people were so clever with it that I was like, you know what? I messed up here. I'm just going to let it roll.
I can't believe you let it go anyways in editing and didn't see it.
I never noticed. I legitimately never noticed.
You had to build it. You had to edit
published.
it. You had to like render it and look at it the whole time.
I was working nights at the time and I was tired and I had been up for like 18 hours by the time I was finishing that video because I couldn't sleep because I went to work and I came back and I had a puppy and he was not letting me sleep.
It's kind of interesting because looking at your video history and all of you guys, it's like you're a lot newer into the game in terms of YouTube as to when I would say it was really saturated in like 2014 when I tried to do a survival series and then didn't do anything. And then it seems like you guys are very skilled and focus a lot on tutorial. Do you think that's the secret to why people, like, I'll tell you right now, my kids watch that type of stuff. And I'm wondering if the audience has changed to now kids and they're like, I want to build a castle like you guys build. I want to make a creeper-only farm like Logic does, that sort of thing. Do you think that's it, or am I off base on that theory?
Tutorials are always a good gateway. Like they just bring people because you get the search. So if you can't depend on recommended right away, get in people's search. That's the easiest thing to do.
I would say the easiest way to grow on YouTube is tutorials. The easiest way to sustain an audience on YouTube is a Let's Play.
Yeah.
Personality.
My Let's Play is to keep my viewers here because they're invested in what I'm doing. Like my single player world, I think if I stopped that, I would lose a lot of my audience. Granted, I love working there, but I've been building that world for basically the entire of my YouTube channel. It's the 3-year anniversary is actually tomorrow of that world. And
happy birthday to that world.
So there's a lot of but if I got rid of that, people would be like, wait, this is the thing that we stayed here for. Like maybe those how to build a castle thing was what got them in.
Yeah.
And then they clicked on my video and were like, wow, he can actually build a cool castle. Like I want to see more about what he's doing in here. So
I think for me it's about being different, about doing different stuff. Like everyone's built a castle with Minecraft, right? But so when I was doing my single player, I was thinking, what can I do that's different? What haven't people done, or at least not very often? So my single player, I thought, right, I'll build a base in the end. Nobody does that. So then the idea then is, because I'm a bit of a nerd, a bit of a geek, the end is a bit like space, and it kind of fits that you kind of go into sci-fi. So I built a huge Death Star, as my working base, got all the farms and storage stuff inside the Death Star with a laser. Built all kind of ships, Millennium Falcon, X-Wings, at the Enterprise, so kind of mixing up the kind of franchises, and just kind of trying to think differently. And even when it comes to farms, don't just build the same farm everyone else builds. Just think, right, how can I build this farm differently?
Wait. Did you just say Enterprise and Death Star?
And Ball Cube.
Are you like skirting the line between Star Wars and Star Trek?
Yeah,
you have not definitively picked a side.
I love them both. I love them both equally. They're brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I've got some Marvel stuff in there. I've got the Milano, the Peter Quill ship from the MCU. So
nice.
It's just it's sci-fi. It's all those kind of ships all together. And I've even got Starbug. So I don't know if anyone watches Red Dwarf. That's a British sitcom set in space. It's absolutely hilarious. So I've got a ship from there as well. But it's playing on the whole, the sci-fi stuff, which is the kind of stuff that I like. I think that's the other thing with videos is you've got to build stuff you like. Right? Build the videos you want to watch. And of course, because I'm into the sci-fi and the geeky stuff, that's what I want to watch. So,
I got the perfect idea for you then. Next build on Logical Geek Boy YouTube channel: a giant void frog spaceship.
It only makes sense.
You got it. It's down. Yes! I'm going to put it on my list. I'm going to put it on the list. Right at the very bottom, but it'll be on the list.
Brilliant. Hey, okay, so we got plenty more questions, but it's time for quote number 2. Q, hit it.
All right, you guys ready?
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Right. This LegacySMP player says this. Okay, here. Will you pick that up? Because if he picks that up, I think he'll stay here forever. Oh gosh, this is such a detour. Oh, he did. Oh, amazing. Okay. Oh man, I wish I had my Yoinkinator. That is a fishing rod for those of you who are new.
Sean.
I like to fishing rod the villagers and it gets them close.
Slice lime.
Nice, Sean, man. It's Rod Man.
I have no idea. It's a guess. I know Slice was doing stuff with villagers.
That sounds like Sean to me.
Yeah, I think Sean says
has Sean
I think
touched
Sean as well.
villagers?
Yeah.
I don't
Two
know,
for
but
Sean and one for
Slice
lime.
What do you got,
It
Flip?
says Yoinkinator.
Wait, that does sound like
until
Sean.
the
I don't know if
Yoinkinator
Slice.
thing, I was thinking Avo or Chim. I think I
Yeah,
gotta
the thing
go
is, there's
Chim.
only so many people who would say Yoinkinator, and
I
I,
think I
don't know
gotta
if
go with
Slice is
Chim.
one of them, but maybe.
Okay, here's the deal.
right.
I'm gonna be nice. You're
you being
all
mean?
wrong. You're all
No
wrong.
way.
Sorry.
We suck.
None of the names that you gave are the ones. Now I can allow you to embarrass yourselves a little bit more and try and guess again and be wrong again, or I can just tell you who said
Who would say Yoinkinator?
Who
Who
said
would say
that?
Yoinkinator?
Who
If
would
you're
say
new-
that?
Kalis?
That's a
Not our
good guess.
Caleb.
First episode of LegacySMP from this person.
Trying to think who worked with villagers in first episode.
Slice did. It was a fair guess.
Yeah, Slice did, Sean did.
Sean, yeah. And he
I did.
Sean likes playing with his rod
Flip,
all the
would
time,
you
too.
say that?
No. I don't think you'll ever hear me say Yoinkinator in a video.
All right, we're gonna let you know. Q.
Damn. It's Nash.
Come on.
Oh, really?
Nash.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
oh, man.
It's a little
That
bit-
doesn't
Yeah,
sound
no,
like
that
a
makes
Nash
sense.
sentence.
Oh, yeah. Nash would say
Zombie
Yoinkinator.
villager.
Yep.
Yeah,
My bad.
no, that makes sense.
Now you know about the Yoinkinator.
Now we know
Man.
better.
I'm going to
Well-
get screamed at by Nash, too. I can't wait.
You got.
You in
you got-
trouble?
How can you not know, Sausage? You're not my friend no more. I can't wait to hear that.
You got 3 more chances to prove you guys know LegacySMP. But we'll come back to that here in a little bit. I did want to point out one other thing. It's the 3-year birthday of Fwhip's World, or Logic's World. Fwhip's World. Who just said that? Who just said it was a 3-year anniversary? Fwhip. Okay.
And it was just
freaked out for a
recently the
second.
3-year birthday of Gem.
That's
Oh,
right.
congratulations, number 3.
Gem's.
I made it.
You look great for 3 years old.
So happy birthday, Gem. I can't believe I just forgot that. I did the classic
Thank you.
streamer YouTuber thing where you forget something that somebody literally just said a moment ago. Yeah, so I'm sorry, fWhip. But happy
It's okay.
birthday.
We all know
worries.
that feeling.
Yeah, to both of you. To both
A
of
little
you.
too well.
Thank you.
So, as I
Me and
said,
Flip's world are the same age.
sorry, as I was gonna say, as I said, when we have guests on, I like to watch a bunch of videos. I wasn't really aware of Legacy SMP except for I knew your guys' names floating around, great builders and all that sort of thing. Looked into it, and you guys are building these themed, steampunk, medieval. I'd never heard of that before. Who came up with that idea? That's amazing. That's such a cool, because you can go to different areas and see different build styles.
It was kind of a group. I don't know whose idea it was first, but it was a group decision of. I might have been the one who came up with the Riverway idea. Because I wanted to have some way that we could travel around the world and see everything. So the idea is like all these themes are actually the way we decided where they're located is by the river network on this continent that we found in the seed we're using. And so the rivers all kind of trace around the entire area. And I wanted to make it so that we had like a way to force everybody to build in the same area, because otherwise we were going to run into that same issue beforehand of everybody's going off way far away, building a mega base and doing single player on a server. And so we started coming up with like, I wanted to have this river network of just like a way to transport and move around. And by the end of the season, we can just like, you could just go down these rivers forever and keep seeing new builds. But like, we didn't want to limit everybody to being like, because there's a lot of us on here who would more go for medieval fantasy type stuff traditionally. Like obviously me, I'm a very much medieval builder. And so we wanted to have just a way to like mess around and move around and do different things. So it just kind of came up with where it's at now, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Who's got the best build on the server right now?
Pearl.
Pearl.
Yep.
Legend.
Like you
Pearl's a
guys just
legend.
all
here.
agree?
It's just
Yep.
like-
I think
There's
it's
nothing
Pearl
to
right
disagree with. There's no
now.
competition.
It's hard. It's hard to compete with that thing she's building.
Pearl's
I'm
amazing.
amazed at how much she's built on it.
And all on stream, which I can't build anything on stream.
Yeah.
I get too distracted. She did it all on stream, which is
Sausage,
insane.
all you do on stream is talk.
Exactly.
You just stare. You just stare and talk.
I spent
to
an
people on
hour
stream.
and 45 minutes hunting a wandering trader, okay? And it was
And
fun.
didn't get one.
No, I got 50, okay?
Oh, you're
Oh,
such
You
a
got
Alright.
50
You're
germs.
such
You
a
got
cheat.
50 germ heads.
Listen, they're called wandering trader now. I renamed them all. So you got nothing to say. There's nothing in the rule book that I couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
nice little italics on it.
Shush your mouth.
and you guys are doing something with heads, skulls, like
Yeah, I kind of came up with this idea for a mini game for us to do because I kept finding stupid wandering traders everywhere. And unless you install some data packs to make them a little bit more usable, there's not really much you can do with them except get a few free leads. Like, I think they're a cool mechanic to introduce new players to new items in the game and a good way to get some saplings early if you like don't have a jungle biome or something like that. But like overall, there's not very much end game mechanics for them besides they just show up. Yeah. So I was like, all right, let's start a mini game because we didn't really have an event going on the server, which is one thing that we're trying to be consistent with is there's at least one thing going on, or at least like every so often we have a new event coming up. So this was just kind of a quick way of just something simple and fun that anybody can really do until Logic had to come in and ruin it with a redstone farm. And it was
come on, man.
I'm not the only one.
Of one
It's
trader
so
spawns
cool.
every like 4 or 5 hours, and now this is secretly my ploy of this is how I got everybody to be on the server in AFK, so now they're super prankable.
oh,
Which I think is
I
great.
see.
Thanks,
You
Logic.
cursed
I already
us.
got you one.
You just ruined it. You just
Coming
told
for Vigo
everybody.
next.
You've truly cursed us, Flip.
But I've got replay mod running the whole time. Caught you red-handed.
I
bro.
know. I saw your video where you saw me flying in. I was like, oh, dang it.
I've always been curious about that. I've been watching pranks and Minecraft videos for a long time. How do you guys get away with it without somebody catching you?
You
Well,
hope
Fripp
you're
doesn't.
fast.
Clearly.
You hope
Sometimes
you're
you
fast.
just tell 'em.
Replay
Just
mod
be
has
like,
really
"Hey,
ruined a lot of it.
Don't get online for like the next 48 hours.
For no
Stay away.
reason, just don't
Yeah, for
go.
no reason. Yeah.
Yeah, just wait till they're all sleeping. You know, we know the time zone.
Yeah, we know time
sleeping.
zones. Like, it's
Yeah.
easy to get British people if you're American because they go to bed and then you are free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the
we
whole
got
second
Jimmy.
half of my
Yeah, but
work
also
day
vice versa.
is-
Yeah. Well, when I wake up in the morning, no one's online. I get the whole server to myself. So watch out. Sausage.
deadly.
Oh,
How dare you? Not again.
right there.
As long as you don't steal my dog, I'm fine.
Oh goodness.
I thought of another idea for you guys' server. This should shoot it right up the top. All your little sections here.
I don't know what his
You could have
ideas are.
a
I'm sorry.
Void Frog theme park.
We already have another great new one that we're gonna add in the next season. We'll put it on the list with that guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
it
know
belongs
exactly what
on
you're
the
talking
list
about.
with that one. I agree.
Yeah.
I see it. I see the server just
Yeah.
billions
It
of
can-
views.
You
Yep.
can go below the other one on this.
Hey,
Frogville.
hey, we had a recent guest on just a few weeks ago, and since then they broke 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So
Happens.
just saying, you got
Yeah.
fame and fortune coming your way from being here with us today.
Yes.
So
I'll take it.
yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to
We
it.
had this one guy on one time. His name, he's an unknown guy, like Dan TDM or something, and he just blew up after he went on our show.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
Who's
talking
that?
about. It wasn't my show. Actually, I was wondering some more about the building stuff, okay? Because you're building, all four of you, and so many others, almost all of the other people are builders on Legacy SMP. Like a lot
Even
of them.
Jimmy's trying.
Yeah,
Even
Jimmy.
Jimmy, he's doing his
Oh.
best.
Jimmy,
He's trying.
I believe in you, pal. I believe in you. I
Like
remember
a
when
backhanded compliment right there.
no, he's doing so well. He's doing so
He
well.
is. He really
I'm
proud
is.
of him.
There was this. I think the comment was first left on Jem's video, but it was, "I've always thought of myself as a builder, but now I've realized I'm a Jimmy." And that to me is one of my
Oh.
favorite YouTube comments I have ever seen.
They're
I was
savage.
Dying
Oh, man.
laughing.
Jimmy is such a good sport. But I'm wondering too, like Logic, you do some big projects, but your stuff is more redstone focused, obviously, as you've mentioned,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
farms
So cool.
and all that. Do you ever like have thoughts of wanting to do bigger, like builds and go into architecture builds or organic builds, or are you just like, no, you know what? I'm really happy with building my farms and doing this sort of stuff, and letting the other folks do the organics and the architecture and the landscaping and all that.
Yeah, I think I would love to be good at that stuff, but I'm an engineer. I'm a software developer, and just the technical side of things, just the problem solving, that just gets me every time. As soon as I can start building I don't know, some kind of building, but then I have an idea for a farm, and I'm like, right, I'm going to park that. I'm going to go and do this technical thing straight away. So that's the thing that always interests me. Now I'm hoping that being on the server with all these amazing builders, some of that can rub off, and when I start actually building my real base, I can at least keep up. I'm a little bit nervous
osmosis
that what I
through
build
the
is
rivers.
exactly, or just copying what you guys are doing.
You should just like take like these huge builds, like a giant unicorn or something. Be like, yeah, you know what? It's a creeper farm inside.
Yeah.
Check this out.
That's what
I mean,
Bigo's
to
doing.
be
Isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to myself, in my single player world, I tried to put a lot of effort in with the ships that I built in the end, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with how they turned out.
Yeah.
But I've got a long way to go to be as good as these guys.
I'm not saying
Can't
you're
wait for
not
the Void
good.
Frog ship.
You're just a different type of builder, right? And like
Yeah.
fWhip, you've done a lot of landscaping stuff and base building. Sausage, you've done like architecture, buildings, things like that. That as far as I can tell, that's kind of your focus. I could be wrong. You can tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah.
And then Gem, what you do
All of the
everything.
above.
What do you?
Just whatever. I'm
There
feeling.
was a genius.
That's the thing that, as a map maker, because I have to get builds in my stuff, I have never understood how somebody can make a sculpture thing.
An organic
That's the
sculpture.
that
It's
just
beyond
goes.
me.
I saw your stuff on Planet Minecraft, and it is just
That's
how
arts,
do you
man.
how do you build that? I don't get it.
Voxel
Yeah.
sniper.
Place blocks until it looks all right is what I usually tell people.
Place block.
Honestly, though, organics are tough, and they don't look good right up until it's done. So many people try organics, and they're like, "Oh, this dragon looks like a duck. Like, it's not good." And I'm like, well, "Yeah, but you gotta keep going past the duck. You keep going. You don't stop."
A dragon is just a duck with more time spent on it.
Exactly.
Good quote.
What is
But
a?
I was right. I said this in a past episode. I said every time I ask a really skilled builder how to do it, they just say, you just got to do it, and it drives me crazy because I can't
practice. It's like math. Like, so at some point, you practice enough, and it's just like, oh, there it is. It clicked.
That's what I say all the time. Just keep
practice
placing
is a huge
blocks.
part of it. I would say like one thing is like watching like tutorial videos, like what Sausage is doing, is a great thing to do to learn how to be a better builder. But don't watch it for how to build the entire build. Watch it for like how did he create the roof?
Yeah, the
Or how did he add like
so important.
the techniques to it of those things, and then like shut the video down and then go try and rebuild it yourself from memory. Like don't build as you're watching Sausage tutorial. Watch the tutorial, get it into your brain, close it down, then go make your own thing. And you're gonna struggle, but in the end you'll probably learn a lot more.
Yeah, it's way better. It's
That's how
something
I
I get yelled
started,
at for a lot. Because I made a tutorial that wasn't block by block. It was a tutorial of how to build a dragon. But I just show how to wireframe it so that you can build any dragon, not this specific dragon. And I get yelled at so much because they're like, I just want to copy you, Jem. I'm lazy. And I'm like, no, listen to me and think for a second.
Give him a schematic to download. We got a couple more
Quote number
questions.
3. Go to quote number 3. Go to quote number 3.
Oh man.
Let's do it. Quote number 3. You know what, guys? This tree is an eyesore right now, and it is a pain to cut down. So what I'm going to do right now is climb right up there and blow it up. That's right. We got some TNT.
Arcalis.
Oof. It sounds like Chim too.
I don't know.
I'm going with Chim.
I think. Have you said Chim for every one of these already, Sausage?
No.
You have to understand, Chim is the most random of all of us. He's just like,
unpredictable.
Sean.
I'm going to go for Vigo just because we haven't said him yet.
The correct answer is fWhip, you win, Arcalis.
Whoa!
I heard that in his voice. I could hear it in his voice.
You just knew.
Well,
you
There's
just knew.
all right,
Who
guys.
blows up a tree?
However he says it.
Yep. I've been tempted. I was tempted to say like both of these quotes so far in the voice of the person, and I'm like, 1, I would butcher it, and 2, it would give it away because
Wait. Try. Do arch right now. Go.
Oh man. He always like drags out some words. He's like, all right, guys. What is it like? Grab your favorite designated beverage and grab your popcorn and your favorite
first.
designated beverage, and let's get this time lapse started.
Love it.
That's it.
That's my arc.
That's good.
That was good. That was
Nailed
good.
it.
Sausage, can you do an impression of somebody? I just want to hear you do an impression of anybody. I don't even really care who it is.
I got Jimmy. Watch, I'm a perfect Jimmy. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh no.
Hold on. Here he comes. There you go. Gotcha, Jimmy.
We have Jimmy on the show.
It's so rude. Oh my goodness.
We love
That's not
him.
Jimmy.
He's so fun.
Jimmy is high-pitched British squealing. Like,
Hello,
what? You
everyone.
what? You got? You what? What are you doing to me? What? You
Yeah,
what?
I think Gems is
bath.
better.
What?
I think Gems is better here.
You what, mate?
What, Mike?
Is he Australian now?
That's Pearl, not Jimmy. Come on.
Goodness.
That was Pearl.
We had Vintage Beef, a mutual friend here, a few episodes back, and I asked him the same question because this is the thing that stops me from even getting into survival. But you guys are doing it coming from tutorials. Jem, you're a creative builder. How do you get past the grind of like, I have to go get 400 blocks before I can build this amazing thing?
You get Logic on your server who builds the
Yes,
farms.
you build a farm. Perfect answer.
Is that the truth? Is that really it? Well, you get Logic to do it?
I've paid Logic so many of my diamonds.
Funny enough for
I've made a
me,
lot of diamonds.
I we used to do creative stuff like almost solely, and I get bored. I can't build for more than 2 hours at a time. Otherwise, I get bored. For me, the survival, grinding blocks and things keeps the game fun. Like the added challenge of you could fall off the structure and die, or you have to go grind the blocks. You have to go do all like that. For me, makes it more fun. I know it takes longer, but I don't think I could be if I was only doing creative videos. I think I would get burned out a lot faster on Minecraft.
Yeah,
No, I cannot relate. I cannot relate.
I think once you finish the build, you get that real sense of accomplishment as well. Like, I mean, I in my single player, I did a full perimeter for one of my farms, and that's something I've never done before. But that took so long and so much work, and just at the end of it, I was so chuffed that it actually worked. And I think it's just that sense of accomplishment at the end because you've gone through the grind. You know, I think that's, I don't know. I think until you've done that kind of stuff, you can appreciate it.
Yeah, that's actually like a really tough thing for me to understand. Because I've built farms and I followed tutorials and I've seen your videos and I've, like done builds like that. And then after a while, for me personally, I don't understand how to keep going. How do I stay inspired? How do I stay motivated? How do I not
I got
get
videos for you.
bored?
Oh, yes, you
and well,
I
I'm
think
wondering.
that was the title of one, was it not?
You got all of them, literally 3 for 3 right there.
We were just leading you into the answer.
It's it's tough for me, and I would love to hear Logic answer and then hear fWhip. Like, if you give us like a little soundbite of what those 3 videos tell us. But how, Logic, do you not get demotivated after you've built all these farms? How do you not get bored after you've built all these farms? What's next?
Well, normally when I build stuff, it's because I need it for the next thing I'm building. So, like when I was building the Death Star, for example, I needed a lot of blocks for that, and so I'd build a farm that produces the dyes and the blocks, that kind of stuff. And then once I'm building that, there'll be another thing. Oh, I need to cover it in carpets to stop them spawning. So to stop Endermen spawning. So I need to build a wool farm. And then it kind of snowballs after that. So the more stuff you build, then I'm building more farms. And of course, then I need lots of iron for all the hoppers to build the farms, to build the other stuff. So I need an iron farm. So it just kind of cascades one after the other. So because I've got like a vision in mind of what I'm going to build in the end, there's lots of farms and stuff along the way to get it there. So that's kind of like how I do stuff. I don't do stuff just because I don't need it. Like, for example, on Legacy, I've built a gold farm because I've got plans for 1.16. I'm thinking ahead because gold's going to be very important. So I'm already thinking ahead about what's going to happen.
Cool. Well, I just need to think of more big projects to utilize my farms then. fWhip, what I don't want to give away your videos. I want people to go and watch those 3 videos. But can you sum up those videos with just a few short words about you get your farms, you get your farms from Logic, and then don't get bored.
Yeah, so you follow the Logic tutorial, you build inside your own world, you click the like button on Logic's video, and then you're like, what do I do now? Everything I've done is completed. But for me, it's always the big thing in Minecraft is I think it's that if you get bored, you're bored of the project you're working on. You're bored of building your castle because you have to place 100,000 stone bricks to build your castle, whatever it might be. But the biggest thing that I always see people do that I noticed was that people will quit their world and start over when they get bored. Why not just go 1,000 blocks down the road and start over from there? You still get all your tools, you still get all your stuff. I mean, it's one thing, a lot of people play Minecraft for the progression of I want to see how fast I can get my enchanted diamond tools, kill the ender dragon, get my elytra, and then I build a little base, and then I'm done, and then I restart, and that's totally fine. That's how you want to play. That's the best part about Minecraft. So you can play how you want to. But for me, it's that if you want to build those bigger projects, I'm building in a whole stupid mountain range in my world that I've been working on for a year and a half now. Not straight through. I got burnt out on the project and I go do something else. That's the biggest thing about Minecraft. You get bored, go work on a different project, or you kind of do the checklist style where Logic is I have these 3 things, 5 things, whatever that I want to do. What do I need to get to that point? Which is also a thing that you can do for me being a builder is always, well, I want to build a village. What do I include in the village? Oh, well, maybe what's a unique resource that they could sell? The new village I'm working on my single player world is I'd never had like large peony fields anywhere, which I recently learned how to say that word. I never had large peony fields anywhere inside my world, and I loved the flowers. So I wanted to have like this really colorful village around having that as a resource, and then just kind of having more things off of that. And so just finding unique resources, build farms around them, and then maybe build villages around them. Or me, like I have a desert city that has all my sugarcane plantations and farms and stuff in it. And then I built a farming village because that's where I want to have all my other crops. Instead of smashing it all into survival base, spread it out, put it in a different village. Yeah. Keeps you going for a while.
Yeah. Hey,
then you could come back after years and be like, oh yeah, I built that. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. That's where I came from.
And then part of it's like, oh, I built that?
Oh, I
it goes both ways.
I'm coming back here again.
Hey, Q, before we get to the last quote, I wanted to ask Sausage something, then we can hit that quote. Sausage, do you ever get bored?
Never.
Just what's your secret?
No, for me, and I don't know, it goes, I think for most of us that do YouTube stuff, like what motivates us is the actual audience that's watching us. So they look forward to the next build and the next build and the next build. So you want to make them happy in a way. So you want to keep it up. You want to keep showing them off. I mean, this cool thing, you could too. Let's keep showing progression. Let's keep adding new things. Let's try new styles. You're sharing this world with other people. So for us, I think it's a lot easier than just the average person because we have people that are looking at what we're doing. So we have that audience. So I think what other people could do besides just like having a checklist of stuff is like join communities so they can share. So the more you share, the more you see other people kind of like your stuff. So you're constantly sharing your thing. So you get motivated by other people. So that's another cool thing that people can try to do, I think, to keep it up. For us, it's easy because we have people watching, but for like just a regular person, I think just sharing, like join Discord or I don't know if Planet Minecraft is something, but join groups that people can actually check out your stuff. That'll be kind of another way. But for me, I don't know. I just like sharing. I like sharing what I do, and it makes me feel good. Yeah. Somebody comes on in a comment and just says, "Oh wow, this is cool. I like this. I can't wait for the next one." And then that motivates me to get the next one out there for people. So
and
that's
somehow you record and upload like 30 videos a week. Nobody knows how you do it.
It's an addiction. Okay, I love
there's what it is. All right,
I'm addicted to making content. Okay, leave me alone. It feels good.
All right, we've got another quote for you. Is this the last quote we're doing, Stifler?
I was thinking we'll do one last one at the end. We'll do the last one at the end.
Okay. Quote number 4. Ready?
Yep. Do it.
Episode 1 from this particular server member's video.
Yep.
It is officially the next day right now. I got morning breath. I literally couldn't do anything with my life. Waking up, I brushed my teeth at least. But right now I'm here in front of my computer wanting to play here on Legacy. And I have to show you guys stuff. I gotta show you one thing. Ready? Full iron armor. That's nice. But that's not it. I got a house.
I know who that is. I can answer right now. That's simple. But I'll let I know who that is.
Are there any guesses?
Sausage, who do you think it is?
Yeah,
I know who that is.
Didn't agree with him.
I have 2 guesses, and I've already guessed them for everything else. But
you know what? I want to hear Jem's guesses.
Yeah,
Jem,
who
do you think that is?
oh my gosh. Okay, it sounds like Sean again. Okay, it sounds like 3 people. It sounds like Sean, Sausage, and Chim, because they're the only 3 who talk like that.
It's Sausage. I'm going to go with Sausage. It's Sausage. Definitely.
fWhip?
100%.
I was going to say Chim or Sausage. Yeah,
They're the only 3 that talk like that. We only have 3.
Yeah, we only really have a few ramblers.
Sausage, you're the only one who hasn't answered.
Of course, that's me. I recorded it.
Yes.
I was really hoping you'd say Chim or Sean.
Yeah, that's right.
It was Chim, right?
That's a good one, Sausage. That's a good one.
I did have morning breath that day. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much information.
Brushed your teeth. Very good.
Listen, I like sharing.
Cute. Hey,
share your teeth,
the
bro.
random, really personal opinions that get shared is either a Sausage video or a Chim video.
Yeah.
Man. Q, we got those
Why are we
last
always in the
segments
guessing?
coming up. Do you want to? You got any last questions before we?
Oh man, we
head
got
on.
so much going. Actually, I was interested, and part of this is me not being very familiar with how SMP YouTube series go. But you guys have flying characters going around and filming yourself. Then you put time lapses on. It's like a massive more amount of work than just recording yourself. How long does that take? What's the process behind there? That seems
How
like
do
a
you
pain to me.
YouTube? Is basically
How do you YouTube?
Bless the
It
replay
takes-
mod.
Yeah, it takes a long time. Like sometimes those time lapses can I've spent literally like 5-6 hours recording for like a 2-minute clip.
Oh
So there's a
my
massive
gosh.
amount of work that goes into some of those things. And not only that, you need to think about where the camera is going to be. So if I'm digging out a hole, I've got to dig it out in a particular way to make it interesting for the viewer, rather than just digging. Yeah. So kind of it's not just digging or building. It's thinking about where the camera's going to be, what's going to be interesting angles. How can I make this thing that's kind of boring into an interesting segment? But it's not easy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
I would
answer?
say it's about 8 to 12 hours per legacy video for me.
Oh,
That's like a
my
rough time estimate.
goodness.
8 to 12 hours for a 20-minute video.
So leave a like on their
Go
videos.
subscribe to
people.
everyone here.
It's the
Hit the notification
simplest-
bell
Hit the notification bell.
2 times.
Two times.
So you guys what are you using to record? OBS and then replay mod and then
Yeah, I use OBS.
Yeah, we
and
all
replay mod.
have
OBS,
camera
Replay Mod,
accounts.
Audacity.
Yeah, all of us own second Minecraft accounts that we added to the server and put in spectator mode for screenshots, or if you want to do just like still frames or pan overs or whatever it is there. So everybody has access to a second Minecraft account that's just locked in spectator mode, which
does
is
that mean
like
that
a
you have
personal
like
promise
a
of
second
don't fly around
computer
and
running?
find the diamonds under the lava. Now, you can launch 2 Minecrafts on your same computer.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Yep.
I do
you
use
just-
the second computer though. I have
Yeah.
a laptop. That's easier. I'm not tech. I can't.
Yeah, I have main monitor as my building one, and side monitor is my second Minecraft account. Just sitting there.
Yeah, and that was before replay mod for 115 became a thing. We were using the spectator account as like a backup just to film the time lapses, it's like the steady shots or whatever. But now it's a lot easier because of the replay mod. So just
Totally.
one account
I'm
for
gonna
me.
be back in that world soon.
Oh, shush 'em.
Yeah, let's
all right.
not focus on that part.
I'm not looking forward to that, please.
One last little thing before we move into the next fun section here, okay? I tried to data mine you guys. It's pretty hard because anything you type fWhip, it just goes to your YouTube. That's hard to find. But we did find something interesting. Somebody's a musician. MythicalSausage has a SoundCloud page with some beats and tunes. What is going on
Are those
there?
your beats
What?
or are those?
Yeah, I'm a
beats you
rapper.
like?
No.
Is it yours?
No, that's not my beats. I wish. I would love to do music. No.
It says the MythicalSausage, and Stifler found a picture of you there, and we're like,
Oh no, yeah. No, that's my. I used to give that out as my playlist I use for my streams. So if anybody wanted like to have the music that I use on all my streams, that's the music. I have like 500 songs on that.
yeah, I was like,
It's
wow,
like old
you're
school.
a really
It's
good
deep.
I
artist.
wish I made those beats. I could beatbox this.
That's
Ain't nobody want to
you're
hear
hired.
that.
Thank you. You can
You
take
just
that
fart
sample,
over there
make
or
a beat.
something?
Sorry, I had a little taco breakfast.
Oh wow.
No,
Get
it
LAB
was
making a
leftovers.
remix that.
yeah, it's got Ely to do it. Come on.
Anybody got any secret talents we can finally, announce on the podcast that no one knows about?
Come on, please, somebody.
Logic does archery.
I
have done
perfect
archery.
handwriting. I don't know.
I have done archery, and I was actually quite good at it.
I told you, I knew it. I guessed
really?
it.
Yeah.
Jam does calligraphy.
I almost went professional as a StarCraft player instead of as a Minecrafter.
Ooh,
I was
we might have-
two positions away from qualifying for the Grandmasters, top
Wow.
200 in the world in StarCraft.
wow.
Back in the day.
Well, you're
That's
top
impressive.
one in my heart.
Then you took an arrow to the knee.
And now I'm pretty sure Logic can beat me because
Okay.
I haven't played in years.
Oh no. Well, I'm currently playing with my son. I'm trying to teach him, but now he's beating me. Like legitimately, like I was letting him. I was originally at the start. I was letting him win, but now he's actually beating me. But I haven't told him I'm not going easy on him. Yeah, he's too good.
I like how Sausage is just guessing. He's just throwing stuff out, hoping he hits it.
I hit the archery though. That was a lucky guess, but I got it.
Hey, and Jim is going to start doing calligraphy, so you're basically right there. So
I'll look into it for you.
And paper mache rabbits. Okay.
Paper mache rabbits.
I can't wait. You can sell it on Etsy, Jem. I got you.
it's on the podcast, so it's true.
Of course. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
If YouTube CPM keeps tanking, you got it. You're right there. Paper mache rabbits can be it for you, Jim.
We got
I
it.
think
Let's do it,
I'll
Jem.
stick with my med lab training before I go to paper
Med
mache,
lab.
but we'll see.
Come on.
How about
So it's something
paper
to fall
mache
back on.
void frog? I think that would be a hit.
I'll put it on the list.
On the list.
It's on the list with all the other suggestions.
I'll write it down. Hold on. I got a book right here.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got some books.
All right.
You got your paper there.
Okay, we got another game for you guys. We got 2 more segments for you guys, okay? Normally we do a segment called Rapid Fire, which is kind of random questions. Today we're bringing, what do you want to say? The Friendly Fire?
Friendly fire.
Friendly
that
Fire!
So catch your name. Give it to you.
So we're going to ask you some questions, and you guys are going to fight it out for an answer.
Yep.
Basically, you got to present
That's not
your
friendly.
case. Friendly Fire.
Oh, because we're got you.
Shooting each other. Yep.
Shoot, I don't play games.
Call of Duty reference.
You
Okay,
tell.
well, you can call it pointing fingers. I'm pointing at you.
Perfect.
Anyway, here's how it's going to go. I'm going to ask this question. You guys battle it out. Okay? You're not friends anymore. Okay? So, well, you are friends, but. So here's the scenario.
You might
Four
not
of
be
you
after
have
this.
decided. What's that? What? Yeah.
You might not
Four
be
of you
friends
did-
after this.
You might not be friends. 4 of you have decided Minecraft just isn't a passion anymore. You're done. Yep. Sad to see you've all moved on, but you decided to follow your true dreams, forming a band. What genre music? Who's playing what instruments? Who's the lead singer? And what's your band name? Go. Discuss.
Sausage is singing.
Sausage is definitely singing.
Yeah, I'm a singer.
Frontman.
I think I'd be like a bassist. I feel like Logic could be the drummer.
I'll put it drum. I was
I'll
going to
be
say
the
the same thing.
pianist.
Yes, I was
I
going to
could
say
do
the
that.
drums.
Yeah.
Like we agree.
Bass.
Like,
I could play the harp too as a background.
Harp.
You're gonna
Singer,
harp and
harpist?
sing?
Can we have you on the triangle? The
Electric triangle. There we go.
What's the band name?
Just occasionally ruffle papers.
I could do that. I'm good at that.
what's the
We need a
band
name though. We need
What's
a cool
the band
name.
F Logic Gem Sausages. I don't know.
F Logic Jam Sausages. Live! F Logic Jam Sausages!
Wait, I'm the
catchy,
lead
right?
singer. I'm the lead singer here. Come on, let's just call it a sausage party.
Or we could not,
Jem's just like, I'm out of the band.
It's been an hour.
I'm actually.
We gave you all a warning up front with
I told you.
Sausage.
What genre is it?
Yeah, what genre is it?
I want to hear
Hip-hop,
Sausage
rock,
sing like death metal.
death
I
metal.
think that's
With a harp?
Sausage and death metal.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, we
I
can do that.
can really hear the harp solo in the death metal song.
Be like
It's
Cannibal
like
Sausage or
alternative
something.
death metal.
I bring the cowbell too.
I like it.
That sounds
Cowbell.
good.
Oh, it's more
harpist.
cowbell.
All right. I was hoping for a little more bickering, so maybe on question 2 you guys can fight it out a bit more.
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay, question
Stifler.
2. Question 2. You're leaving a convenience store. And you're leaving a convenience store after buying your favorite chocolate peanut butter treat, Reese's peanut butter cups. An angry-looking brute shoulder checks you rudely and growls as you leave. And then goes in to buy his own pack of Reese's. As he leaves, he drops a lottery ticket on the ground. You pick it up, and you hear over a nearby radio the winning numbers: 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. They're the very same numbers on the ticket. Oh! Which one of you is most likely to give it back to him? And which is most likely to keep it for yourself?
Oh, we're all keeping it. Shut your mouth, everybody.
I think Jem would give it back.
I think Sausage would keep it.
Oh no, I'm
Sausage
keeping
definitely
it.
keep
I'm
it.
gone.
Sausage is a thing. He would definitely keep it.
Sausage is running away.
I'm Forrest Gumping all the way back to my house and put it in a
I
vault.
think Logic would think about it. Logic would have
I'll consider it.
a long thought.
I'll
weigh
consider
the
the pros and the cons,
cons.
but then I'd run. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Logic's got kids to feed, man.
Wow. fWhip, what about you?
I would keep it, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm Canadian. I'd give it back.
yeah. Jem would give it back.
God,
Too
Jen,
nice.
jeez.
Too nice.
He'd
Jim
say
is the-
sorry, eh?
Yeah. Sorry, eh?
I'm sorry.
All right.
You would say
You
sorry
just
when
wander
the
on
guy
down to
bumped
Tim Hortons
you too.
and get
You
some
would say
coffee.
sorry for that.
That's it.
Sorry.
I'm getting a little antsy here because I was hoping like there'd be some drama, you guys would fight, and then I'm leaving the server. The end of it.
You're not going to tear us apart. We're a family.
Oh, you wait till
Yeah.
question number 3.
Number 3,
Okay, bring
Hit
it. Bring
us.
it. Bring it
Go.
Family
early.
Fire.
Yep.
All right. We, Stifler and I, are starting a new company where we sell podcast episodes. And the 4 of you have applied for our new company.
Yep.
Since you're the first 4 employees, we can't figure out who gets which positions.
Yeah,
Okay, so you need to choose who gets these positions. Okay. Position number 1 is accountant. Position number 2 is assistant to the regional manager. Position number 3 is the elevator mechanic. And position number 4 is the hot dog suit wearer.
Well, that one's obvious.
That's
Yeah, Jem gets that
yes,
one.
me boy. That's you.
You know
that
what?
one was meant to be.
You know what? I'll take that one too. I want that one. That seems like the
You
most
have to
fun.
go outside with a sign. Sail, sail.
Yeah,
And whatever that smart sounding one, that was Logic. That was definitely whatever that one was. That was Logic.
You don't want me
Accountant
fixing
or
your.
elevator
there's
mechanic.
accountant, assistant to
Elevator
the
mechanic.
regional manager, and elevator mechanic.
How about
You don't want me
assistant to
fixing
the
it.
assistant to the regional manager? Is that on
Assistant
the
to
table?
the assistant to the regional manager.
Where's my stapler?
Yeah. I could take that one because you don't really do much work.
Are you sure there's not a CEO or a king role? Because I'll definitely be the king of the company, 100%. Just like the
Companies have
server.
kings.
They do now. I'm starting a new trend.
moving
King of the
up.
company. That's me.
Stifler's taking our job.
Yeah, what just
I
happened?
Taking
didn't
over.
expect that to happen.
Hostile takeover.
Goodness. I guess that leaves Jem.
I gotta give you props for planning your promotion. You know, I can't argue with that.
You-
Always got to think up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what they always say. Don't do the job that you have. Do the job you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
And aim high. Aim high.
I think it's like dress for the
I
job
am-
you want, not the one you have. So that's why
that's
Sausage
the
is
one.
wearing a hot dog costume.
Hey, wait, is there any possibility for promotion with this job? Because
sure,
Yeah.
you can carry
It could
two
be a
signs.
jumbo hot
Two,
dog.
two signs. You get from one sign to two sign.
You have to learn how to juggle them, though. That's part
I'm
of the
getting
gig.
upset here. I don't see any fighting. This better make you guys go and fight it out. Last
I think
question.
for the group of us from the legacy side that got on here, is I think the 4 of us are probably some of the most chill.
We're not the fighters. If you had Jimmy in here,
Yeah, if
me
you
and
got
Jimmy
like
would never
Jimmy-
stop.
Yeah,
We
if
would
you
never
Jimmy
stop.
in here with any of us, it would never stop.
Jimmy just by himself. He would just pick a fight. Just
He'd fight. He'd fight. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
our group though, like Legacy, really like we're all super chill people. Like we might have some
We
videos
are.
where we're going over the top and being loud and obnoxious, but like we actually like a cool part about our group is a lot of us hang out outside of the server.
Yeah.
Whether it's weirdly enough a group of us started playing WoW together. So we've been doing that. And then outside of that, like people are just always just hanging and talking. Like in our Discord, there's always people messing around. So we've gotten to be
Constantly.
actually
We're
pretty good
genuinely
friends.
friends. Like every time we record, you should plan to be recording for like an hour because it might be a 5-minute recording, but you're gonna want to talk. You know.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, well, let's go to question number 4. This is the last question of friendly fire pointing fingers. Pointing fingers.
Drama.
Okay.
This one's gotta.
The
cause
4
fight.
of you are trying to escape a volcanic island that is about to explode. You have a raft. It's more like a door that can only fit 3 people on it. Which one of you is getting left behind?
So one of us has to die? That's the question?
Yes.
So it's a raft.
Wait.
Is there some water?
Sorry.
Is there some water to
Act
escape
of
on?
God, volcano. We're not held responsible for this natural
try
disaster.
Natural
Swimming
disaster.
away.
It's
So one of us is going to be the jack to their rose.
One of you has
Who
to
can we
push
do
the
without?
raft. One of you has to
Well,
push the raft.
Well, I think I would volunteer to push the raft, and I'd make sure the others got on first, and I'd push the raft, and I'd try and swim after them.
I'm
I
okay
could.
with Logic dying. That's fine.
Yeah, that's cool. As long as you.
No,
I
no,
would
no,
volunteer
no,
to be
wait,
front seat on the raft.
stipulation. If you try to attach to that, the whole thing sinks and you kill everybody.
Don't kill me, Logic.
I'm happy to sacrifice myself for you, sausage.
I feel
Yes,
like
thank you.
sausage could
All right.
somehow find a way to
true
survive.
king.
It's what the kingly thing to do.
Yeah.
Wait a
The
minute.
true king. The true
Put your
king
sub-
would
put your
let the
subject
rest of us
first.
go and
Wait a minute.
stay behind.
I want to sacrifice myself.
No, you can't. I've already sacrificed myself. You're off. You survived.
I'll push you back in. I'll push you back on top of that raft. I got this.
I would
Don't worry.
fight you to
No.
stay on the island.
I will knock you out and throw you on top of that door. I will knock
Right, that's
you
it. I'm
out.
leaving the server. That's it. I've had enough.
God. Can't believe
if y'all had
this.
just brought up any questions about who would be the true king, those still just go for hours.
True.
I'm
That
the right-
went
I'm with
exactly
everyone.
the opposite direction I was thinking,
Yeah.
but
The only one who's actually getting away is Gem because Whips said he's staying and surviving. The other two are killing each other.
No, I
Fight
said
over-
I was claiming first seat
I'll
on the
get on the
boat.
door. I'm off.
Yeah. No, I
They
want
can all
front
fight.
seat on the
I'll
raft.
leave. It's fine.
and Logic has just left the server, so
Yeah.
good job.
That's fine.
I've had enough. I've had enough.
We're in the market for a new
I'm
red
taking over the
stoner.
throne.
You can apply at MythicalSausage@gmail.com.
Wait a minute. That is my email.
Oh man, that was fun. Hey, good job, guys. You're still, I think, friends, so you have passed the test. But
You gotta come
there's
with harder questions.
we do.
next time.
There's one last test, and this should be a pretty quick one. The four of you are going to work together. Well, no, you're not. It's
No,
actually
you're
going to
not.
be
This
teams.
is the twist.
You remember that little
Twist.
friendly debate we had earlier?
That's right.
The Zeds versus the Zs?
Yes.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's 2v2.
That's it.
So, you guys need to work together. fWhip, Sausage, you're on one team. And on my team, actually.
Team Z.
On the
Team Z.
losing team, don't
Yep.
worry.
So please.
And on the winning team, my team, Gem and Logic.
Yep.
Didn't we already win this earlier? Like,
This is a
you
trivia.
guys go crawl in a hole somewhere now? Like,
Oh, trivia. Oh, no. Sausage, you got
Oh,
you
I'm
gotta
so
carry
good.
us.
I'm a trivia host too. I got this. Let's go.
So,
Yeah, you
What do
host
you
a
want to do?
game
First
show.
answer? Quickest?
yeah, quickest to answer the
Quickest.
correct answer, but both of you can answer. So,
Yeah.
and just
Got it.
recognize that you try not to talk over each other. Because otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that my team wins. Okay, so question number one. You guys ready?
It's a lie.
Is everybody
Don't
ready?
listen to
Do it.
Come on, Team Z.
Zeds.
Come on, Team Z.
Zeds.
Created in 1940 and introduced in Action Comics issue number 23. This famously bald supervillain.
Lex Luthor.
Frequently
that?
goes up to bat against the Man of Steel himself,
Yes.
using his genius technological inventions and sure
on.
willpower to power his plans. And
Lex
we-
Luthor. Come on.
we
Come
got the
on.
winner.
This is GG easy. You don't even need to finish. Okay.
Sounds
you don't
right.
need to
Hey,
finish.
that's one for Z's.
Zeds! Zeds, what happened?
GG. Well done. GG.
I don't know
comic
what
books.
he's talking about still.
Sausage and comic books.
I'm a comic book boy.
That's his skill. You were asking for hidden skills earlier. That's
Oh
his.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, I got a lot of comic book knowledge. I have like 17 boxes of comics here somewhere
Beautiful.
in the attic somewhere. It's fine.
Okay, you know what?
exciting.
That's just, what do you call it? Beginner's luck.
One for Team
Okay,
Z.
come on,
Let's
Zeds.
go.
Let's go.
Zeds.
Z.
Right. Ready? Zeds. After ripping his opponent's hair out of his chest and chewing on it for a moment, Bruce Lee settled this timeless debate on whether or not Chuck Norris could ever be beaten in their classic martial arts face-off in what movie?
Enter the Dragon.
Yep.
I don't watch movies.
I don't know.
I think that's a negative point.
What do you mean that's a negative
Negative
point?
point.
Team Z. Woo!
Come on. That's also another thing I got. I got a lot of useless knowledge.
No, he didn't get it right. He said Enter the Dragon.
Yes.
Dang it.
It's not Enter the Dragon.
It's not Enter the
No,
Dragon.
I thought it was that one.
I have no idea.
Really?
We're all Minecrafters,
I don't even know what
YouTubers.
you're talking about.
We don't watch movies.
It's because you didn't say the theme, Stifler. It's rivalries.
Yeah, rivalries. Well, so no other guesses? Enter the Dragon's the only guess?
So when I thought Return of the Dragon, maybe?
I know it has dragon in it, but I can't think of the rest.
I know there was a couple with dragon.
Come on, Zeds.
You
come
can
on.
Sausage. You can have fWhip answer. You can give him an answer to answer for you.
Say Return of the Dragon.
Return of the Dragon. I have no idea.
I'm sorry, no.
Come on. There's got to be some way you can answer this question. There's got to be a way you can answer it. Come on.
I don't know. I've got no idea.
All right.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
The Way of the Dragon.
Damn it! I was so close.
Of course.
The Way of the Dragon.
All right.
No points awarded to anybody. Good job, guys.
Almost did it.
Rivalries.
Question number 3. You guys are YouTubers, right?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Oh God.
Hopefully,
Yeah, part-time.
hopefully
try.
this will be one. Epic Lloyd and Nice Peter have portrayed many different historical and fictional characters over the years, including Teddy Roosevelt, Jim Henson, Winston Churchill, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and even Batman. Maker Studios, which funded the first 5 seasons of these epic rap battles of history, was purchased by what major corporation in 2014? We'll say major media corporation. And I'll give you guys a multiple choice.
Come on. Zeds. Don't let me down.
We're Minecraft players.
20th century. What'd you say? 20th century
We're
Fox.
Minecrafters.
20th century Fox.
Right.
CNN.
Nope.
No way.
Universal Studios. Walt Disney Company.
Go with Disney.
I was
They buy
gonna go
everything.
Fox.
Yeah, I'll go Fox.
Well, Disney's owned by Fox too now, so I say Disney all the way around.
Yeah, but this was in 2014.
Universal.
Universal.
Lock in your answers. Final answers. 5.
That's my final answer.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
go
go
Fox.
with Universal.
I want Disney.
Mythical Sausage, you're killing it, man. Team Z.
Let's go.
Team Z.
Let's go. Disney owns the world. Come on, let's do it.
Slowly, the monopoly of Disney will take over.
Okay, so
We got
it's
2 questions
two
left.
questions left. Z's are only up 2, so this could be.
Come
Can I get
on,
Can I get a
Zeds.
quarter of a point for mentioning a dragon?
Yeah,
No.
you get minus a quarter.
No, we're already winning. We don't need to rub
1
it in
and
their
3/4.
I want to rub it in.
Okay. Don't
We're
worry.
friends, but we're
I know
competitive,
my
okay?
team is the smartest. We don't waste our time with lame popcorn movie junk. Real question. The Modern Prometheus, a book more commonly known as Frankenstein, was written by Mary Shelley at the age of 18 as part of a competition between herself and her friends to see who could write the best horror story. What was Frankenstein's first name?
Victor? Because Frankenstein was the guy, not the monster, right?
Yeah, is it? Yeah, he's the doctor. Dr. Frankenstein.
Doctor. His name is Doctor. His first name
Doctor.
is Doctor.
His first name is Doctor, yeah.
Just Doctor.
Doctor.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Doctor. Yeah? The only reason I know this is because I watch a lot of movies, okay? I watch a lot of movies and I remember that thing.
Oh,
It's
goodness.
alive!
Mythical Sausage. You're tearing it up right now.
Told you, man, it's a lot of knowledge in this brain of mine.
When we do, we're going to have a trivia night. You're going to be on my team, okay?
Let's go.
I'll take fWhip too, just for the Z thing. But okay, last question, and I'm going to change this question up a little bit, okay? To try and help you guys out. All of yins. Okay, you ready?
Do it.
This Austrian behemoth was known for
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
being...
Whoa! Whoa! What was that? My team?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh! Bam! 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 Yes!
There you go, sausage! What do you think of that? How'd you like that, horse?
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Come on now.
Lex Luthor.
It was about to come out of me too.
Good job. The question was, this Austrian behemoth was known for being incredibly competitive and often used psychological tricks to mess with his rivals. He once pretended to be incredibly interested in a terrible buddy cop film called Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, so that Stallone would audition. Sylvester Stallone would audition. And Stallone auditioned and he got the part, and he said it was the worst film that he ever made.
Yeah, it has the Golden Girl on it. I remember that. Still Getty's on the thing.
Yeah. And
Get to the
I got
chopper.
knowledge.
Schwarzenegger. Good job. Good job, Team Zed. You guys got a point.
Got
Congratulations.
a point. Whew.
I had to give you that one. I gave it to you.
Team Z, hey, show some sportsmanship. Come on, congratulate them on their 1 point.
GG.
Yep.
GG. Well done.
GG.
GG's. All
You guys
around.
did great. We do have one last quote too. Q, do you want to hit
One
that last
last
quote?
One last quote for the glory of it all.
Yep.
Why can't I sleep? What's going on? Holy moly, villager, do you know anything about this? I swear you're supposed to be asleep through thunderstorms.
Holy moly sounds like a Chim thing.
It does sound like it, but I say his name every single time.
I think it's lime. I'm going to go for lime. It's last line.
Python.
That does sound like a python too.
What's your guys'
Python.
answer? Lock them in.
Okay.
We got chimney, we got python, we got sliced lime, and sausage. What's your last answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jim every single time. I love
Jim
that
again.
Pastor Man. Let's
It's
go.
just so random. We have to.
The correct answer is python. GeminiTay.
I said python too. I was just gonna throw that out.
Job.
Good job. Yeah, okay, sausage. All right, you get,
Give me half a point. Half a point.
Well done, Jem.
Half a point.
Python is the most recent person to join LegacySMP. Is that right?
Beautiful
Yeah.
human. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Except for a Beardo guy
2
who
weeks
was
ago?
announced today.
I
Yep.
think 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Has it been 2
He's on
weeks?
episode 4 already, right? I think episode 4 today.
He's gonna catch up to all of us.
He's on episode
Uh-huh.
4.
Yeah,
I've
today
been
he
here
released
for
it.
like 3 months, and I'm on episode 10. Here.
Better get moving.
That
Better
guy's
get-
a machine when it comes to making videos, though. He runs 3 channels
Yeah.
that are all successful.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a
Amazing.
legend.
There's no way I could do that.
Yep.
I can barely run one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm agreeing from my perspective, not saying, yeah, you can barely run one.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Wow, what
I'll
kind
take
of
both.
guy?
It's
That'd
fine.
be really
What a burn.
weird.
Yeah.
No, you
I
do
don't know how
great.
you do that.
All of you guys are phenomenal, and
Amazing.
I have really, truly enjoyed chatting with you. I'm so happy to have had this opportunity. Thank you all so much for being here with us on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you. This
Yeah,
was fun
thanks for the
winning
invite.
so
It was
much.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Q, do you have any last things that you want to ask them or say before we close everything out?
Do I have any last things? I think all of you should play Diversity 3 on your channels. I can watch them, play it.
So when's
together.
Diversity
Four.
5
Diversity
coming out?
4.
Before.
Diversity 4, that's what I want.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Diversity 4. When is that, really?
Yeah.
I never get that question.
Never comes up.
All right.
Nobody's
First
ever
time.
asked that.
Okay, I don't know what order we're going to do this in, but just in case anybody doesn't know where to find you, I find that hard to believe. Why don't you say your best way to find your YouTube channel or Twitter or whatever you like to use?
Let's go in the order that they introduced themselves earlier.
Sounds good.
Jim,
Me.
how can people find you, follow you?
I'm GeminiTay on YouTube and GeminiTay on Instagram and GeminiTay MC on Twitter.
GeminiTay MC on Twitter. Awesome.
Yeah, somebody took GeminiTay. It's rude, honestly.
How dare they?
So rude. So rude.
I'll find them.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Flip.
Yeah, I'm just fWhip on YouTube and Twitch now. Thankfully, I got my name back.
Nice.
And then
Cool.
Twitter is at fWhip, and Instagram is fWhip_official.
Nice.
And all that cool stuff.
Somebody's stealing your
Official.
names too.
Yeah, I know.
Goodness. Logic.
Yeah, so very easy. I'm LogicalGeekBoy on everything. So Twitter, YouTube,
Show off.
Twitch.
How dare
I've
you?
got the official
most
names
wanted
across
list.
everything.
Nice. And the mythical J sausage, the silent J.
That's me.
That's
So,
you.
don't tell anybody about the J. Yes, on YouTube is the Mythical Sausage. On Twitter is Mythical Sausage. On Twitch is Mythical Sausage. On Instagram is Mythicals_Minecraft. Yes, because I had Mythical Sausage, but I lost my password and it doesn't work anymore. And I had to forget about that, and it's
If
fine. It's
anybody
okay.
finds Mythical Sausage's password, please send it to.
Send me my
that
password.
that is
and,
such a you thing.
and whatever email address I use, because I don't even remember what I used for that one, but
Sausage
it's
is
fine.
so on brand in every aspect of your life.
I know.
This is
But at
what we
least-
have to deal with on the server all the time. Can you
but at least-
imagine?
Listen,
Are you all surprised
You
he
just had
lost
this
his
hour and a half
pickaxe?
podcast.
come on.
Are we all surprised about that one?
We're an hour and 40 minutes in, though, and he's being pretty good with the PG-13.
Yeah, it's been good.
He's got
I'm
it.
getting bullied now.
Oh gosh, that's perfect. The fWhip and Gemini both lost their own accounts because of other people, but no, Sausage just lost his account.
He is his own enemy.
I've had somebody claim fWhip on TikTok, and I'm pretty upset about it because
I've Gemini
Sausage
Tay on
ran into the
TikTok.
same thing.
Follow me.
Sausage ran into the same thing where
Somebody took my
somebody
TikTok
claimed
too.
fWhip on TikTok and is using my profile picture and is posting random things. It's
So
not
don't
me.
follow fWhip
Don't follow.
on TikTok.
Yeah, don't follow me on TikTok either, but I don't know who that is.
You can follow me.
Yeah.
Follow Jem.
Follow Gemini.
I don't even know
Tay.
what TikTok is.
I'm really, really, really sorry about the TikTok accounts. I just was trying
Is
to.
that something about clocks? I have no idea.
Yeah, follow my SoundCloud too. I have all my
Logic,
raps.
avoid it. It will waste all your time.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
Goodness. Well, we're not on TikTok. Well, I'm not. Q, are you on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm under fWhip. That's my TikTok account.
It was cute the whole time.
Thank you
Follow
all
me there.
so very much for being here. Also, there's the twitter.com/LegacySMP. Is that right? Or SMP Legacy or Legacy_SMP? What is it?
S&P Legacy.
Something.
SMB Leslie.
SMP Legacy. We're also on Instagram
too.
right?
On Legacy
There's,
S&P.
there's a
on
Reddit as well. There's a Reddit and an unofficial Reddit and also an unofficial Discord run by the fans. So
Cool.
get on that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So if anybody wants to get more
Awesome.
invested, place to hang
Do
with
not
other fans.
forget to subscribe to everybody here. We'll put all links in description, show notes, all that sort of thing.
Yep.
Show them some love. They make amazing builds, amazing videos, and like they're saying, 8 hours to do 20 minutes. It's insane. They should at least get a little bit of love back for all that time.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Seriously, it's been an honor. Thank you all for listening in. You can follow along if you would like to at thevoidfrogs.com, where you can find links to all of the places where our shows go live every Void Frogs Friday, #VoidFrogsFriday. We are on Twitter. We're also on YouTube at The Void Frogs. You can also find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker. We've been asked to go to SoundCloud. Let us know if you want us to go on SoundCloud. That's all that I got. I think that's it. Is that everything? iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Spotify, Google Radio, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think that's it.
Tumblr?
Tumblr? No, not on Tumblr. But thank you all so much for watching today.
Not
really
yet.
appreciate it. Yeah, not yet.
MySpace? Join our MySpace page, myspace.com/voidfrog.
Geosites.
IRC.
Oh, man.
Web crawler, bring you that link. Thanks very
Yep.
much, everybody, for
Yep.
watching. Thank you,
Thanks
everybody,
so
for coming
much.
on the show.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace
See you
out.
later.
Bye.
I'm waving, but you can't see it.
Peace.